Third leg of the All-Stakes Late Pick 5 at Churchill Downs on Saturday, June 4th. Race 9 is the Aristides Stakes for 8 older males sprinting 6 furlongs on the dirt. And your defending champion is back, Bango. He's on the rail. He's 6 for 12 over the course lifetime. But, Mike, he's on a 3-race skid that doesn't look that good. And it's all at this distance where he is 5 for 10. So hard to use him, easy to use him. What do you think about this race?
Oh, this race I thought was kind of fun. Bango to me is one that I'm just not interested in. Lost to Necker Island 2-back Top Gunner last time, and it's one of those spots where if you have a horse that's lost to a couple horses in the field, I just don't want to put him on my ticket. I feel like you're wasting bullets at that point because you can have them covered in other spots. On top here for me was Top Gunner, the 6 horse. Look, when you look at these sprint races and you don't have an excess of speed and you have one horse that can get the lead consistently, it can be tough to beat that horse, and that's Top Gunner. And Churchill's dirt course usually favors sprinters with speed here. I like Top Gunner's chance to take this field wire to wire. I think he's coming in here, solid form, the numbers fit. Oaklawn hasn't been as great as I would like. Horses leaving Oaklawn and coming in, but this is one of those horses that was able to win multiple times over that Oaklawn meet. It's on a 2-race winning streak. If you go back, it's in the Sam Houston Stars and Stripes, ended up losing to Ben and Greeley and Ben and Mr. Moneybags, 2 very good horses there. Ends up running third to them. I think this is just kind of the perfect spot for Top Gunner. He falls into a field that he can beat and that he can get in front of, and that's going to be the key here.
I love Top Gunner. He's my top pick as well here. Another horse that because I think we went 2 for 3 in agreement. Yeah, we're each going 3 deep here. The other one that we both really like is the 5 Bob's Edge. He's the 3-1 favorite. But, price-wise, we've got him at 3-1, Top Gunner 7-2, and then Necker Island and Bango at 4-1. Pricing-wise, it's a little shallower. You have a couple longer shots here. But for Bob's Edge, if Top Gunner gets caught, I think Bob's Edge is the one that gets him. This horse has got a motor on him when he gets rolling. If you scratch out that last race, first of all, he was in the slop. Second of all, he was facing Jackie's Warrior. This horse is 4 for 6 with 2/3 when he's going 6 furlongs on fast dirt, which is what we're supposed to get on Saturday. So Bob's Edge, man, look out for this horse. He's going to be trucking in the lane.
Yeah, I thought he was another logical horse to use here. And he was the horse I actually put in second. So I agree with you with Bob's Edge. I think that's probably your best closer in the race. So the 5 and the 6 to me are the 2 logical horses that you're going to use here. I'm going to try and take a shot with a price here. I'm going to throw the 7 Jalen Journey on here. Journey is a good name for this horse. It's a 7-year-old, like I said. So he's a little bit of a journeyman now. I think this is a really interesting placement by Asmussen. I mean, we're coming out of $100,000 $110,000 allowance at Oaklawn. Race before that was an $80,000 race, and now we're jumping up to a $200,000 stakes race. When horses get older, sometimes they need a little more time to get into form. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a big-time improvement here, third off the layoff for Jalen Journey. I think it's an aggressive spot for Asmussen to send this horse into. He's got back speed to be able to stay close to Top Gunner if he needs to, and has some kick as well. And if I go back and I start saying, okay, what races can I point to that wins this? He's got 2 or 3 of them that are good enough to be able to beat this field, which I don't think is that tough for a $200,000 stakes race. I think at 10-1, the 7 Jalen Journey is awfully live.
I went back and forth on him, and I ultimately left him off because for him to win, to have the winning type of race in the back form at 6 furlongs, you've got to really, really go back. And we're going multiple years to back when Peter Miller was juicing him to the gills. Like this horse, if you want that kind of 6 furlong effort from him, I think that. But you bring up a great point, Mike. If you look at if you consider that maybe the 6 furlong efforts this year, he needed to get it knocked off. First of all, he improved from the first to the second start, and then the DeFrancis Dash was his last start of 2021. 6 furlongs and wasn't a bad effort. I just can't use him because I just have too many question marks about him. But I kept staring at him going, can I make a case? I felt personally I was trying too hard, but you did a better job of it than I could. I am going to use Bango. To me, this almost feels a little tiny bit like Whitmore when he went to Keeneland for the Breeders' Cup. And this is all in hindsight because none of us had Whitmore in the Breeders' Cup sprint. But he actually, at Keeneland, had to win 2 seconds in 4 tries. All in graded stakes races at Keeneland going into the Breeders' Cup sprint, and he just went back to the course where he was very comfortable, and Bango is doing the same thing. Again, the problem with Bango is that he's been trying 6 furlongs at Churchill Downs very recently. Maybe the fact that he is 5 and now has had 22 starts more than the 7-year-old Jalen Journey, maybe he also needs a little bit of time to get going here. I wish I was getting better than 4-1, but I'm hoping, Mike, that if you look at his back form and the fact that he hasn't been as competitive in his last 3 stakes tries as he was, say, last summer, maybe that'll help my price out a little bit. And I do like that Gaffleon's going to stay aboard.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Those races back at Churchill going 6 and 7 are good enough. I understand why you'd want to play back here. I haven't loved anything he's done since. And he's run twice at Churchill where he likes this track, and both of those efforts just weren't great. I mean, Just Might and Endorse beat him, the Necker Island and Mucho and Sir Alfred James. I mean, it's not world beaters that we're talking about. Just Might is, but Just Might is on turf, and that was a dirt race. So, like, the horses that beat him don't inspire me with confidence. And then the price is my other issue, where I would need like 10-1 to be really interested in Bango, somewhere around that. It's the same with Miles Ahead, where if the price got up to 10-1, he's a Gulfstream horse, shipped out twice, and those were his 2 worst races of his career. But the Gulfstream races are good enough to win this. And so, if you're getting somewhere around 10-1, the 2 horse becomes more interesting as well. But sit on the board at 9-2 and 4-1. I think they're both under what their actual probable odds are for winning the race. And it makes it tough to put either on the ticket for me.
Before we move on, I'm pretty positive that Davey Cleveland is in the chat a long time ago when Bob's Edge was about to be a 3-year-old, almost a 3-year-old. I think he was still 2. I was asking Davey, I was talking to him on Twitter and asked him if there were any horses that he liked because it was talking fantasy-wise. He told me about Bob's Edge he thought could be a good horse. He wasn't wrong. He just was wrong in terms of thinking, maybe not a 2-turn horse, but Bob's Edge has turned into a great horse. And so, Davey, there he is. See, I knew it. Davey, I remember. I've been waiting for us to talk about Bob's Edge when you've been in the chat. So great to see it. And also, hello, Peter. Good to see you again.